Hi there and welcome to Monday Mindsets. I'm Mark Peebles here to help you get your mindset right for the week. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is at It's Mark Peebles. That's where you're going to get Monday Mindsets. You're going to get the Real Life and Real Estate podcast and all kinds of other great content. So go ahead and subscribe there or follow the Real Life and Real Estate podcast wherever you get your podcast, and you'll receive these Monday Mindsets as well. Recently, we were looking back at some of our original Monday Mindsets. You know, we've been at this almost 5 years now, so we wanted to share with you some of our favorites, so enjoy.
This week's mindset is the mindset of being a world changer. Now, what does that really mean, to be a world changer? Well, here's the deal. Someday we're all gonna die. That's one of the guarantees of this life. And we're probably going to have a funeral. And at that funeral, someone's going to get up, or maybe multiple people are going to get up and talk about all of the great things that we did to change the world. And I promise you, you want people at your funeral, when they go to read the obituary, to talk about how you changed the world and not just say, survived by John and Debbie. And I mean, you want more than just who you're survived by to be talked about on that day. You want it talked about all the amazing good things that you did to change not just the world, but to change the world of those around you, the relationships that you had in this life. And so I believe that there's this deep desire at our core to be world changers. I recently lost a world changer. In fact, last year I lost 2 world changers, mentors to me, people that I loved and cared about, and they were older, but they lived amazing lives. One of those was Doug Badgley. He actually passed away here at the end of this last year. And at Doug's funeral, his friends and his family, they got up and they said some of the most amazing things about how he had changed their lives. And the neat thing about it was that as they were talking about how Doug always brought his family into the conversation and how Doug always found a way to bring his faith into the conversation and Doug always left you with encouragement, I sat there and said, man, that was my friend Doug. He changed my world. I will forever be different because of the impact that Doug as a mentor had on my life. So I know that there's this deep desire for you to have that same impact. And I believe that there's a way that we do that, and that's through the good things that we do while we're on this earth. And there's a verse, it's in a book in the New Testament called Hebrews. Hebrews 10 verse 24, it says, "And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together as the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near." The bottom line is that we are here to stir each other to good works. And I believe that as we stir each other to good works, and as we ourselves are out doing those good works, we are actively changing the world as we're changing the lives of others. So here's my challenge to you this week. I want you to do something a little bit morbid, but very important. I want you to write your obituary. Now, if you're writing some things in there that you would say, this is not true of me today, that is okay. Because this is who you are going to become. Who are you developing into? Who are you changing to be like? And how are you going to have more impact on more people? And how are you ultimately going to be a world changer? Then take that obituary, read it. Read it a couple of times a week, maybe. You're going to start out reading that obituary so that you can begin living the life that you lay out and the way that you change the world as you've written it. Thanks for being with me this week. Go and be a world changer. We'll talk soon.